Hey everybody, it's Ben at Outlaw Vapor. I just kind of wanted to shoot a quick video and address some of the questions and things that we've had regarding the FDA regulations. I've been sitting around here since last Thursday when the regulations kind of got dropped on us and trying to figure out how we move forward, what do we do. I partner in some of these online groups where the vape shop owners get together and discuss different issues and things like that, and a lot of the comments that everybody's saying is, you know what, just keep pushing forward, keep going, and business as usual, and when we get a better grip on this stuff, well then we can kind of decide what to do. I haven't really been able to just do business as usual. I can't sit at my desk and look at new devices and try to figure out what should we bring into the shops, what should we do to move forward with this, because all I've got in my mind is FDA, 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 the regulations and what it's going to do to our industry, what it's going to do to the many people that we've already helped get away from the tobacco products. So I feel like I just kind of need to jump on here because every day we got people coming into the shop. What do the regulations do to you guys? How does it affect us? You know, it's 499 pages of regulations. So I still haven't been able to wrap my mind around it 100%, but I'm going to kind of give it a shot of some of the things that I have been able to understand. So, like I said, the regulations, they were dropped last Thursday. As they are written right now, 99% of the vaping industry is going to get wiped out. That means the devices that you love now, they're going to go away. The e-liquids that you love right now will all go away, because as the rules are written, anything that is on the market after February 15th, 2007 will go away. As a shop owner, I felt like I need to get on here and kind of tell you what we plan on doing. We plan on continuing forward and offering you the products that we have available to us right now and doing everything we can as a shop owner to comply with the regulations as they are written. It directly affects the manufacturers of the devices and the e-liquids. Everybody who is a manufacturer, be it the guys that make our tanks, the mods, our atomizers, those guys have to jump in there and fill out different applications and do many different tests to make sure that they can comply with the FDA. E-liquid is the same way. Now this is a tough one because it gets pretty expensive. As I understand it, you would have to send in one of your e-liquids in every flavor, in every strength, and have these tested. So that could be anything from what is inside your liquids and how they react to different temperatures, different voltages, different wattages. To give you an example, you could take the Outlaw 130 and 3 nicotine strength. You'd have to submit a test on how that breaks down at 3.7 volts. Run a test on it. That test is at a minimum $300. So then now you have to do another test of how that liquid breaks down at 3.8 volts, 3.9 volts, 4 volts, and so on and so forth, depending on which device that you're going to use it on. Now if that device goes all the way up to 7.4 volts, you've got to do those tests all the way up to 7.4 volts. Now we're talking $300 to $400 at a very, very minimum per test. Okay. After watching a webinar last night, the gentleman on there had stated that as he has looked at it, each liquid would have about 1,000 different tests and studies that need to be done to it. We're talking about 1,500 man hours per e-liquid, per strength, per flavor. So $1 million has been the number that they've thrown out there. I think that's pretty conservative. You could be anywhere up close to about $3 million. So this is a big deal. This is a really, really big deal. So basically what I'm trying to say is they have made it almost impossible to pass the FDA regulations the way that they're written right now. That's why I'm kind of here, and I want to give you guys some ideas of what we can do as a community. There shouldn't be no more this shop, that shop, these guys are better, those guys are cooler, these guys sell better stuff. You know what? We need to come together. There's been a coalition that's formed through some of the biggest advocacy groups in the country, CASA, SAFADA, AMESA, the AVA, which is the American Vaping Association, and Not Blowing Smoke. Those guys have said, all right, man, enough is enough. We need to pull our funds together, go to battle with this. So these big guys have decided that they were going to pull their companies together and they are going to start some sort of litigation to battle up against the FDA. But they also need our help. And there's a few things that we can do as customers right now to get this going. And that is to write letters, make phone calls to all of your state representatives and congressmen and let them know that what this federal regulation would do to impact you as a person. If you are one that has quit smoking or dip and chew and you've stopped and you know in your heart that it has changed your life for the better, well, that's a really, really good reason for you to give these guys a call and let them know that we need them to co-sponsor HR 2058. Now, HR 2058 would change the date from February 15th, 2007, somewhere in 2015. I heard last night that it would actually change it to when the regulations dropped. And so we would have until May 8th of 2016. So what we need to do is get on there and show some support for some of these guys like CASA and SAFTA and MESA, the AVA, and Not Blowing Smoke. It's going to be a big battle. It's going to cost millions and millions of dollars. I hate to get on here and be like, please guys, jump on there, maybe donate a few dollars if you can, but let me ask you this. If you can, will you please? I know I've already donated myself. I'm actually going to be hitting the road here in the next couple of weeks and hitting up some of the vendors that already sell Outlaw Vapor products and see if I can't challenge them to even donate a little bit too. So we're going to be doing some things. What I want to do right now is just kind of show you how fast, how easy you guys can jump online and just do a little bit today. You can do it right now. It'll take you less than just a couple of minutes. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to jump on CASA.org right now. I'll show you how to become a member and send out a letter, okay? So, like I said, you just log into CASA.org. Come up here to the top where it says become a member. You click on that. It will ask you to sign up now. I'm already a member, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it. I'm not the fastest typer in the world, but I'll show you how to get it done. And then you just put in your email address here. I'm just going to put in mine. This is the one for me down at the shop. Whoops. And I always want to receive alerts, and from what CASA is doing, they are always putting out call of actions. Some of it just might affect the state that you're in. This says right here, thanks for joining. Go back to the main page. We want to take some action now. And it already is pulling up not the regulations, but the letter to speak to your congressman. And again, it just asks you to fill this out. Put in my address. I'll just put the shop address. And yes, I want to receive call to action emails and updates. Hit click. It gives you a pre-written letter that you can send to our representatives. Where I live in the state of Idaho, it already has it filled in. It'll even send one to President Barack Obama. And it just pretty much says, hey, we need you to help support HR 2058, which will give us an effective date here where the products that we love are going to be able to stay on the market, and anything after that said date when they come out with it, well, those will have to go through the application process. So hit submit, and it's on its way, and it's done. Well, not quite done. We do have to punch in this little code here. Submit that form. and it is done. So there's a couple other things that you can do on there. It's asking if you want to take a little bit more action right now. You can just go up there, register to vote, and make a call and follow up with your representative and make sure that they are aware that everyone is sending in these emails. Do it. You can get on there, call the White House, urge President Obama to demand the FDA to rework their tobacco deeming regulations. Okay, and then one really important thing is take a moment and add your testimonial to the project. So there is a few things that you guys can do right now. Jump on that CASAD.org, become a member, and start sending over some emails and become a member and asking our state representatives to support HR 2058. As a shop owner, I encourage every single one of you to go over to SFATA.org and register with them, guys. They're going to be taking the fight to the FDA. It's going to take a lot of money. So anything we can all do to help, they would be greatly appreciative of that. As far as just straight advocacy groups, the American Vaping Association, the AVA, you can find them at vaping.info. There's a lot of good links and a lot of good information on there. Those guys are really taking the fight to them as well. And then notblowingsmoke.org is another site. And all of these will keep us all up to date on the FDA regulations as we move forward from here. Really, guys, think about what we've got going on here. This is going to be a big fight. I love vaping so much, and it's changed my life. I used to smoke like 3 packs a day while I was driving truck between here and Los Angeles. I've tried quitting smoking a million times, was never able to do it. The first day I grabbed a vape was the last day I had a cigarette. Haven't even taken a drag since. And I don't plan on doing it ever again. Let's all do our part. Dive in. Let's fight. Let's win this thing. It's not over yet. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Have a good day.